So when it comes to the actual mache part, you're going to want to have strips of paper already ripped up. Make yourself a big pile of these, approximately this size usually works well. If it's too big, you're going to try to spread it over a large area and it'll just wrinkle up. It won't take the shape. If it's too tiny like that, that's going to be super annoying. Sometimes you need detailed shapes around small spots, but when you're trying to do larger shapes, it'll take forever. You want your pile of paper made before you start to mache, because your fingers are going to get sticky and it gets harder to rip paper when your fingers are sticky. So please be aware that because this is an example, I'm just doing one piece. In yours, you would want to get all of your pieces formed and ready to go before you start paper macheing any of them. We take some of this paste. We're going to take our ripped strips, dip it in there, make sure it's completely coated. We want the whole thing wet, but not dripping. So we'll clean a bit of the excess off, lay it on there, and take our time to smooth it out nicely so it really has some cling going on there. And then you just continue to dip and overlap. You want them to overlap each other by maybe 1/3 of their width so that you have a lot of strength being built up in there. Now that my fingers are very goopy, I can sometimes just put dry ones on there and spread out the goop. You just want to make sure you've got plenty on there. As it dries, it will tend to peel up at the edges, so you want to make it plenty wet. When you have an area like this, you can also use these almost as if they were strips of tape to add strength to them by going in that notch and up. So also thinking about the direction that your paper strips run will help you create the proper strength for it. You'll want everything completely covered, and then you will let it dry, and you'll need to do a second layer on there. It helps to use a different color of paper on your second one, so you make sure that you've covered everything. You don't lose track of where you are. And then you're ready to move forward.